Thank you so much for joining in this beautiful evening with us with regards to the Power BI training demo session, which we are going to start right now. And I believe that you are able to see my screen. It's all up. In case if at all you're joining from your phone, I request you to please join from your any laptop or your desktop so that you can view your entire screen and you can understand what's up. And here at Analytic Pro Training, we provide trainings for your Power BI, Microsoft Azure, and SQL. Let us talk about the Power BI training structure, which is going to be for the 30 days of the course duration. And in the week one, we discuss about the introduction to the Power BI desktop tool. Week two, we talk about the Power BI data connections and your Power Query editors. In the week three, we talk about your Power BI visualizations and Power BI data modeling stuff. Coming to your week four, we talk about your Power BI DAX, the Power BI service accounts. So what you expect in the Power BI course, which we are providing. Now we have divided this in three different phases. Your initial phase, your mid phase, and a closure phase. When you talk about your initial phase, it's I in detail Power BI features explanation. I ensure to explain each and every function and option available within your Power BI. For example, let us talk about this menu bar on top of it. Let's say that what happens when you click on share? What happens when you click on comments? What happens when you click on present? So each and every particular option will get explained. Now, four different data connections will be shown to you. Advanced Power Query editors. All these three different kind of details will come under your initial phase. Now we have your mid phase. Now coming to your mid phase, we discuss about your data visualization types, visualization formatting options, DAX computations, which is your data analysis expressions computations, reports and dashboards buildings, and your Power BI service account. We discuss all about such stuff in your mid phase. Now coming to your closure phase, we talk about your multiple real-time projects, user authorization matrix documentation, SRS document, which is your software requirement specifications document, and CI document walkthrough, which means your company identity documents. We'll discuss about your interview questions, profile building, and interview prepping. So this is all about your initial, mid, and your closure phases. Welcome, Raman Sai. We have just started the discussion over here, and thank you so much for joining. You haven't missed much. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, hello, thank you.
Yeah. So what happens if you choose your Power BI as your potential career? Now you have your level one. You start your career within your Power BI as a data analyst, and then you move forward naming as your Power BI analyst because this is being your main tool. And then you be a consultant and senior consultant, your developer, manager, and then you move on to your architect level. Now my name is Sai Kishore, and I have 7 years of experience in being in business intelligence or data analyst roles. And myself, I am a Power BI developer, and I am the one who is going to train you with respect to your Power BI platform. And what happens after you choose this? Do you think that you have a certification in this? Yes, we have a certification program. It's called as an exam DA100 provided by Microsoft. And due to the COVID reasons, they ensured to reduce the price so that every person can afford and go back and attempt to get a certification. Now, with the kind of the knowledge, with the kind of the training, and by practicing, you should be able to take your exam within 2 months starting from today. That is something which I can assure. We also provide you the certification dumps as well so that you can understand the question, choose your answers, pick practice, and then go perform your certifications. I have my certification scheduled by my office in this November month. So let's talk about your Power BI cloud-based business analysis and intelligence service tool provided by your Microsoft Res. What did we had earlier to Power BI? Yes, Power BI is again, it started from your 2015. Yeah, of course. It's been in the market since like 6 years right now. But what does it make the best in the market, and why do we have to opt this tool as our future reference? The reason is now your Power BI is a tool provided by your Microsoft. And earlier to your Power BI, now Microsoft has a different versions to this, which is what they call it as an MSBI, Microsoft BI, which means Microsoft Business Intelligence. And MSBI has been divided into three different categories: SIS, SSAS, and your SSRS. Now, your SIS and your SSAS are now being migrated to your Azure platform, which is your Microsoft Azure cloud-based platform. But what is that when you have to do anything with your SSRS, with your Power BI? SSRS is nothing but your SQL Server reporting services. We create reports using SSRS and then we publish it internally so that each and every user can go back and look at the reports, analyze, understand it, and then work on it depending upon your challenges you're facing. Now, when that has been migrated into the cloud, now Microsoft has come up with something called as an extraordinary tool called as Power BI. Now, that is just not an SSRS upgrade. It is also an advanced version of your Excel. I'm sure you must have used Excel at any point of time within your life. If not Excel, you should have already used your Google Sheets. Something like this. Now, when you're trying to get into that kind of a picture, you're coming from an Excel department, you wanted to start a very fresh tool, having all that options coming from your Excel and your SSRS and to create reports. This is the tool. Now your Power BI is a cloud-based business intelligence tool. We all knew it. We create reports and when we publish it, that's fine. That's all we have to try to do with respect to it. Now, who can start learning Power BI? Anyone with a little experience on your Excel can also learn. Anyone with no experience on your Excel platform can also learn this new tool. There are no prerequisites for this tool to learn. Now let's try to go back and understand what does the suite offer. Now this suite offers a different kind of details like your business analytics service provided by your Microsoft. Now your business intelligence capabilities, interactive data visualizations are available. Data evaluation can be done. Data analysis can be done. You can be having a shareable reports, dashboards along with your apps within your Power BI. We will look at each one of this in action when it comes to your Power BI. Now we all understood about Power BI. We used to create reports, but why is that? Why is the Power BI can have a standalone option for us? It can have some real-time analysis. Example of your real-time analysis is your television rating program, your TRP. Now you see that your favorite hero or favorite movie is being played in any of your television and you are trying to get a television rating program, call it as a TRP for that particular movie time frame or for that particular series or episode, no matter whatever you are looking after, it represents the situation so that you can understand where are we standing at current point of time. Another example is your stock market. If your stock is going up or your stock is going down, that is absolutely a real-time analysis, and you are able to identify it with the help of your charts. And now that is also a visualization. So everything with respect to your real-time analysis, you want to monitor at the very next moment, you look after a real-time analysis. Welcome, Varsha. You missed just some basic details. Don't worry about it. You will be having the recording of this session. So that's absolutely fine. And thank you so much for joining. Now, moving forward, if you have any queries as well, yeah, please do stop us and ask at any point of time. And I mean this to each and every one who are here. Thank you so much. Now let's talk about your custom visualizations. Now, your custom visualizations are like you have some visualization options. Now you have some bar chart, you have some circle chart, you have a gauge chart. Now we know that you have some charts. But what if you want to use a chart which is absolutely different? So you try to go back and have another visualization coming from your app source, or you can also create one. Let's talk about your quick insights right now. Now let us suppose I am a layman. I just know how to add a data to the Power BI, but I want the Power BI to pull some insights with respect to what we have added to it. So I have provided a data. So you have some data. Let us suppose your data consists of what you do after you wake up until you sleep. Each and every record, you're trying to maintain a record. Now that is your data, and you try to collect a data since an year. Now, when you try to go back and do some quick insights with respect to your data, it says that, you know what, from the past 1 year, you have the highest sleeping time in your entire 1 year of time. It will come up with good insights with respect to everything. It says that you are spending a lot of time with your Netflix. It says that you're spending a lot of time by hanging out with your friends. It could be anything. Now that is the kind of the quick insights you might ask the Power BI to provide us so that you don't have to even create a visualization. Let us suppose that I am alone. I don't know anything at all. So I just provide the data and it will provide me all that insights which is required. Now data gateways. Now I said that you are storing a data, isn't it? You collected a data of your 1 year of time, but where are you storing it? Now imagine you're storing that kind of a data within your on-premises server, which is a server. You are storing it in a server. It could be in your office. You can also create your own server in your house. Now you're storing that data within your server. Now you are storing the data. Now that is absolutely fine. You created a report today and then you published it to the cloud. But the report which you have published in the cloud should get updated with the latest data from tomorrow. How is that possible? With the help of your data gateways. If it's a little shady, let me give you a small example with respect to that. You have a desktop. Now you wrote a document, a Word document in your desktop. What you have done is like you wanted to create a backup of the document and you have added the document in your Google Drive. And you did that today, which is your 15th of November. Now, once again, on 16th of November, again within your desktop, you have opened your Microsoft Word document and you updated some more details. But you have already copied a previous version of it to your Google Drive. Do you think that by doing adding any more stuff to your local Microsoft Word will have any changes within your Google Drive? You will not have any changes at all. No, because this is your local machine and now Google Drive is your cloud. So in order to your cloud to get updated, to get in sync with your local machine, we need to have gateways. Now that is what it's all about. Your data is something which comes every minute. You create a report, you publish it into the cloud. Now your cloud which is holding your report should get updated all the time with all the latest data for which we need data gateways. Then natural language querying. Now you're trying to ask some questions to your data. Let us say, how many hours did I sleep in the last 1 year? You write this exactly and it will understand and it will throw you the result. Yes. How many hours did I sleep on Mondays? It will provide you the sum of number of hours. So depending upon the data you have stored, you can ask the Power BI to come back with a response. Now that is your natural language querying. Now your Power BI is some easy to use and you can have some good access. You can have some multiple source connectors, which are more than 100, and Microsoft is keep on updating all the latest data sources available in the market so that you do not have to face an issue going forward to connect any of the data sources. And compared to others who also provide the reporting services, now Power BI is the cheapest, inexpensive solution. I'll also tell you what are the rates. You can have some interactive visual dashboards as well. Meaning you click on one visualization and other visualization will start to react to your click. Now that's an interactive visuals. Now your data sharing and collaboration is also possible. You want to share the data with others so that they can also create a report? Yes, you can. For example, I created a report based on some data. Now what I will ask you guys to do is, hey, why don't you create your own reports based on the data I collected, I transformed. So I made all the transformations. I just want you all to create visualizations with respect to your own ideology. Now that is something which is required. Yes, we can also do that. Um, Hi Sandeep. Thank you so
Hi,
much.
hi.
Yes, thank you so much for joining. In case if you have any questions, yeah, please do get back. And yes, we have progressed a little while over here. We will also share you the recordings. You can also listen whatever you have missed till now.
Sure, sure. Thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
All right. So let's talk about the types of the Power BI platforms which we have as of now. We have some Power BI desktop, service, and a mobile platforms as well. Now, what is your desktop? Now, your Power BI desktop application is a freeware tool provided by Microsoft for us. We can just go back, download the tool and install it within our local machines. Could be your laptops or your desktops. And once you create, once you install the Power BI desktop within your desktop application, we can create some beautiful visualizations based on the data we have put. Now, once we create our report, now the entire stuff is a report. All right. Now I want you to think in with respect to that. It's an entire report. Now you click on publish, and as soon as you click on publish, it will ask you to sign in. We will sign in with our Power BI Pro accounts, and then you will see that we should be able to publish the report which we have created in our desktop to the cloud, so that we can share our report with our colleagues or with a business to business identity as well. Now it is same like your Word document, which I have considered as an example earlier. I said, right, you create a Word document, then you go back and you upload your document in your Google Cloud, and from your Google Cloud, you should be able to share your document with others. Same stuff. Now, when I say your Google Drive from your cloud, you can also able to access your Google Drive from your mobile Power BI mobile applications, right? Like your Google Drive mobile application could be your Android or your iOS. You just open your Google Drive app and view your document even from your mobile. The same concept. The concept is the same. You create a report in your Power BI desktop. You publish that report to your service account. You share this service report to your colleagues within the organization. And in order to share this with any of your organization members, they should have a service account. All right. We will discuss about it, like what is the pricing. And then you should also be able to access from your Power BI mobile. Now, these are the main types of your Power BI platforms. Now, coming to your different version types. Now, we discussed about your desktop, the service account, and your mobile apps. See, desktop, service account, and your mobile. So when it comes to your Power BI gateways, now earlier we discussed about data gateways, isn't it? Now it is the same thing over here. Now your Power BI gateway, now that is a software now which is required to access the data situated in an on-premises network to the cloud. I said it right earlier. You have a Word document in your mobile application or in your desktop. You wrote some document. Now you upload it in your Google Drive. And in case if the document which you have uploaded in your Google Drive should get updated with all the new inputs you are providing it, you have to get that in sync, which is a gateway is required. Now, in case another example is required, I will tell you something. Think about Tesla cars. Now, your Tesla cars are always in touch with your Tesla servers with the help of a internet connection. If there is no internet connection, there is no way that your car is gonna listen to whatever the type of the command you provide to it. It's all because of the internet connection only. Now that internet connection is like a gateway here. You provide an inputs, it always keep on updating with respect to that and do all of your tasks. Then let's talk about your Power BI embedded. Now your Power BI embedded is a Microsoft Azure service. It's independent software vendors and developers quickly embedded visuals, reports, dashboards into an application. Let me put it in a simple terms. Now your Power BI embedded is like having a website and you see the analytics, the visualizations within that website. Now I'm sure how many of you all have, browsed COVID report online. Now you see all the charts within that website, right? How are they adding those charts or your visualizations in a website? Yes, for which they need Power BI embedded. So once you create a report in your desktop, then you publish it in a Power BI service account, we can generate embedded codes from your service account so that we can go back and add these codes in a website where it's accessible for users to view the report. That is a very simple thing to discuss about in a simplest way. Now your Power BI reporting server. Now, if you remember, I spoke about SSRS, right? SQL Server Reporting Services. Now, Power BI is your updated version of your SSRS, and your Excel is what we discussed earlier. So now we also have a Power BI reporting server as well. But why do we need a reporting server when you already have a service account where it can hold all of your reports? Why do we need a reporting server? Because there are a lot of organizations where they do not want to host their reports in a cloud platform due to the security concerns or any confidential information they think it could be a threat, and we never know. So for which they create a reporting server within the organization so that they have all the reports which are created in the Power BI desktop. They no longer have to publish it in any service account. However, they will publish it in a report server so that it stays internally. Now that is like a web portal within the organization. Now your visuals marketplace. Now you use your Android, you have your Android store, and then you use your iPhone, you have your iOS store, Apple store, where you go back and try to install any application you want, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, whatever, any applications. So there should be a place where it can hold all the new visualizations, right? Now that is a visual marketplace so that you can go back and get some fresh visualizations from the market to use it to tell a story about your data. Now that is your visualization marketplace. Now I'll stop here for a minute to see if you have any questions before we can proceed. All right. Please don't hesitate to ask. You're all free to ask me any questions required as long as you know the one which you are discussing. So let's move on to another one. Now we have some Power BI components and there are 8 important components. We have Power Pivot, Query, View, Map, Service, Gateway, Catalog, Q&A. Now your Power Pivot is used for modeling purpose. So in order to connect any two different kind of the tables with the help of a foreign key and primary key, Power Pivot is required for a modeling purpose. And then Power Query. Not every data we receive is clean and clear, correct? We have to trim it. We have to change the data in such a way that the Power BI can read it, right? So you have to do some transformations on top of it. Now, how do you do some transformations? With the help of your Power Query. Power View. Now your Power View is simply nothing but having to see your visualizations. Now, this is your Power View. Power Map. Power Map talks about your map visualizations. That is what runs in the background as a component to show us this particular visualization. Now your Power BI service. We spoke about it, right? Power BI service. You create a report in your desktop and then you publish it in your Power BI service account. Now that is your Power BI service, which holds all your report in your cloud-based, maintained by Microsoft Azure. Power BI Gateway. We spoke about it, right? In order to keep your report published in your service account updated all the time, we need a gateway connection to our source data so that our report always gets updated. Data catalog. Reusing any data is a data catalog. What I mean by reusing it? See, there are a few transformations which I wanted to make to a particular table, but I do not want it to disturb the original table. So I'll just duplicate it or I will reference it. Then I'll go back and create a new changes to it. Any transformations can be applied then, so my original table is not getting affected. That's how I'm keeping it safe and reusing the own original data without having the need of pulling the table once again because that's an absolute load. So I want you to remember the data catalog in a way like you have a phone and a charger. You charge your phone at once. Once your charging is done, you don't throw away your charger, isn't it? You reuse it. Your work is done, but still you're not throwing it. You're again trying to reuse it. Now that's the same thing when compared to your data catalog. You don't want to throw away your tables anymore. You wanted to have some more transformations with respect to it as per your requirement. So now that is a reusability. That is a data catalog. And then your Power BI Q&A. As I said, natural language querying, question and answer. You say, how many hours did I slept in the past 1 year is your question. It responds to your question with an answer. So it's a Power BI Q&A, natural language querying. Now these are the most 8 important components running behind your Power BI, ensuring everything works properly. Now your Power BI has a very simple architecture. Now we have a lot of data sources, right? It could be your Excel, Azure, Salesforce, SQL database, Hadoop, flat files. It could be anything. All your data sources will get connected to your Power BI desktop so that you can create reports. Now, once you created your reports in your Power BI desktop, you publish it in your service account. Now, once you publish it in your service account, you wanted that data to always keep updated by using your Power BI gateways. So it will always get in touch with your data sources and keep your data updated within your service account. And now you can access it with respect to your web app called as Power BI service, or from a tablet or from your mobile by using the applications. This is the very simplest architecture every organization uses to keep your data updated and keep your report running all the time. Now your Power BI building blocks. Now, 5 different types of building blocks are here. Now, dashboard, visual, datasets, reports, and tiles. But let's try to discuss and understand what are they. Now, I want you to talk about reports first. Now, in case if you remember, I said the Power BI desktop, now whatever you make, it's an entire report. See overview page, district monthly sales page, new stores page, and overview page contains your pie chart, map chart, scatter chart, and clustered charts, clustered column chart, and some cards as well. Who knows your second page contains a few more visualizations and third page contains few more visualizations as well. Now this is entirely a report and the report is named as retail analysis sample. Now this is one report. No, this is what exactly you're trying to publish it in your service account. This is entirely a report. That is your report. Now, next to that, visualizations. Now, each report can contain multiple visualizations. Now, each report can contain multiple pages, right? I can just click on this plus button to add a new page and create multiple pages. Now, each page can have multiple visualizations like this. So these are the visualizations. Now you look at your visualizations pane, right? You can just drag and drop these visualizations to use whatever you want. Clustered column chart, clustered bar chart, staggered column chart, stacked bar chart, line chart, pie chart, scatter chart, map charts, card, multi-row cards, Python, tables, matrix, filters, slices, KPI indicators, and so on. You can use multiple visualizations in any page to make an entire report. Now that is what your visualizations are. Now, in order to create any report, you need to have a data. Now, that entire data, once you make the transformations, is your data set. Now, in this case, this is the data set. All your tables coming from different sources is your data set. Of course, right? If you want to create a report, you need data and data cannot be clean. You have to make some transformations. Now, once you make some transformations with respect to that, you know that it's a data set. That is what a data set is. Now, what is a dashboard? Now, I want you all to go back to your college days to understand what a dashboard is. In your college days, you have a notice board, isn't it? In your notice board, they say that, hey, you are coming from an ECE. Now, these are the toppers list. Now, we have a fest following the next month on a certain time period. Now, you have a notice. Now, when you have all of your notices, where do you stick it? You stick it in a notice board. What do? You pin it. Correct. We have a pin. You take a pin and you pin that a printed page to a notice board. Now, whatever you're pinning, that paper is a tile, and where you pin it is a dashboard. Now, the notice board is a dashboard here, and that paper is a tile here. Now, you want to pin this map visualization in a dashboard. So you just click on it in your service account to pin it in a notice board, which is your dashboard, and that becomes a tile. Simple. In case if it's a little confusing, ask me. If you think that it cannot resolve your question, just hold on. We will discuss in live on what it is. I will show you each one of every detail which we have discussed. So no worries, you are all covered in every aspect. Now there are few key differences between your desktop and your service account. Now your desktop is absolutely free. I just said that you can just go back to your Microsoft page and you can download and install it within your laptop or your desktops. That is fine. But how about your service account? Service account doesn't come for free. If it's a free account, you don't get a lot of features which are available in the market. Now, when you say you want some pro license, you take a pro license. When you said you want a premium license, you'll go with a premium license, but premium license is something only big data users will use. Not every organization will be able to afford your premium charges because it costs $5 less to $5,000 per month. All right. So it's a huge bomb on any organization who wants to use it. And that is why I said only big data people will be using it. But the pro users can have an each account for your $9.99 so that they can understand, practice, and everything is available. Now, what is that key difference? Let's see. You can create your reviews, your dashboards, and your reports and your workspaces as well in your pro account. But in your free account, you will not be able to do anything. Emailing subscriptions is available only for your pro users. App and app workspaces can be created within your pro. You can have a usage metrics of that particular report. You can analyze it in Excel. You can have some SharePoint modern web parts as well, wherein you can just share it with your SharePoint drive. Where creating, publishing, viewing your organization content packs is available within your pro account. You can have some dedicated node capacities, 100 TB for each capacity provision, and higher refresh rates with a noisy neighbor isolation only in your premium accounts. So that is why I said this is a very huge stuff when it comes to your premium account. So always remember, we will talk about pro license account, which costs $9.99 per user per month. And we provide you this account so that you can practice as you do it in any organization. None of the, any institute people or anyone in the market can provide a pro account like we do. The main reason is you need to have an organization account to use this pro license. You cannot create by using your own Gmail or your Yahoo or any other emails you have. You cannot just create one. So we take that extra pain so that you can practice on how it's available, how they use it in any organization. So that is up to us. Don't worry about it. And when I said Power BI data connectors, which are more than 100, these are the ones. Flat files, Excel, CSV file, XML, JSON, folders, PDF, SharePoints, databases, different databases, Power BI platforms, Azure, other online services, and other services as well. Any different kind of a data source, we will connect to our Power BI. It's available. So out of these many, I will show you 4 different and the most widely used data connectors in Power BI. Not just 4, it's 5 because I have also included your Power BI datasets from the last time. So it's 5 now. Great. I'll show you 5 different data connectors from now. But who are the Power BI competitors? Now, Power BI, Tableau, ClickSense, TrueSpot, and Looker. Now, in case if you know it, these are the competitors for your Power BI. But Power BI stands alone with respect to all of them, very tall and high in the market because of the features, of the kind of the features it provides. Data preparation tools, other other competitors, they need a separate tool for that, and few of them don't even offer it. It provides the best data model, which is your star schema, and its biggest rivalry competition, who is Tableau, still goes with a flat data model. So we also discuss about all of these options, and that is why your Power BI is the best in the market. You can compare it. There's nothing called as no with respect to your Power BI, and others struggle to stand up with respect to your Power BI. In case if at all trying to look at your market trend, since 2017, the Power BI has been like most widely in the market. Each and every year, the number of business organizations trying to use this tool has been just doubled. Now, even by the end of 2020, you can see that Microsoft was standing tall at the end. It is the highest tool which is being used in the market. Now, if you remember, I spoke about the pricing details, right? 9.99 user per month, 4995 per month. That's for your premium and for your pro account. And what happens if you try to get your own free tool? So we provide you this Power BI Pro account so that you can practice, practice, and practice. Get errors, practice, try to rectify them, have that hands-on experience with the tool so that you be the best in the market. And coming to your 4995 per month, which is your premium tool, as I said, only organizations like the financial institutions who do not want to store their data in a cloud will opt for this, who has a big data as well. They wanted to have their own capacities. They wanted to unlock the higher limits. They want to provide the best user experience. That's why they go for this. But when it comes to your pro account, it is fully managed by Microsoft and ad hoc services, self-service, and your modern BI in the cloud. That's all good. 95% people in the market use 9.99 user per month. And only those biggest companies who have a huge chunks of data will go with your premium accounts. So let's talk about some simple desktop concepts. I'll just show you in a picture. We have a report view, a data view, and a relationship view. Now, whatever you are looking at is a report view where you have your reports being done. You click on get data to get data from your multiple data sources. You have some visualizations pane. You have some publish key and so on. And this is how you get data in your Power BI desktop. You click on your get data, it will open up all the different files, Excel, CSV, JSON. You can click on whatever you want and then click on connect. Even if it's your database, if it's your Power BI datasets or anything coming from your Azure or other online services as well, or in case if it's come from your web or a SharePoint, yes, you can get it. So it's pretty simple. Don't worry. As I said, I will show you 5 different data connector options so that you can start away directly with respect to that. Now, until today, we have discussed about some quite good number of details with respect to your Power BI and how it's being used. Some licensing options with respect to your service account and your premium accounts. We have and why that is the best tool in the market currently, and how can we just try to get a data with the help of your GIF file. Now with this, I'll stop today's session, and please use the same link to join for tomorrow's session for a day 2 demo where we continue it from here. So I believe you guys will join within the same time with the same link which has been provided for tomorrow so that we can discuss anything further. So before we wrap it up, I'm all open to answer your queries. Please feel free and ask me any questions you have. Raman Sai,
Yeah.
Sandeep, Prashant, Nikhil. Yes, Raman Sai.
Uh, I didn't get your name.
Oh, yes, my name is Sai Kishore. You can just call me Kishore. That's fine.
Okay, Kishore, I have only one doubt.
Mhm.
So, anything that we can do with data or like presenting, reporting, like anything we do normally to present something, just to present something to the people, that all can be done with Power BI.
Mhm.
So, anything.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is like a storytelling of your data. So that is
Mhm.
how I name it. It's like your storytelling. Now you have your 1 year of data, you have collected it of your own self data. But when you go back and try to present that in a visualization standpoint, as soon as anyone sees it, they say that, hey, Raman Sai has been, spending a lot on an education purpose within the past 1 year. Now that is what your data says. Correct. So any different kind of the data, it's like a storytelling, and we can also go back and rectify our issues with respect to that. What are the issues? Let us suppose now you're spending a lot of amount on some gaming aspects. Now what you will do is like you quickly realize that as soon as you look at your visualization, then you will be like, I'm spending a lot of money and I'm wasting a lot of money. Maybe I have to just go back and control whatever is being spent. Now that is how you control yourself, by just looking at your data. Now think widely with respect to an organization, with respect to their products, with respect to their sales, with respect to their profits, with respect to the cost which is occurring to their products. Where were they standing 2 years back? Where was they standing a year back? Where are they standing now? What is their current position with respect to all the past time? Now that is what every organization wants. I just told you as yourself as a very small example. Now think widely with respect to a lot of population in the people. Now, if at all, if it's come to your Google or your Amazon, you have to go back and create a report with respect to your Amazon products being sold. You will quickly make a graph stating that how many of them are ordering electronics in a particular period of time, and what is the top most selling electronics, and why is it being the one of the best in the market, and what can we do even more to grab a lot of attention from the people. A lot of different areas. Anything you think about is a data as of now, and any data you have, you can build visualizations. Now that is what which is always stays forever in this market. Everything is data.
So, a follow-up question.
Mhm,
So, where does this Power BI collect the data? For suppose I am a Power BI user,
mhm.
so it will automatically collects all the data that I do in my daily life, or only the data I input or I allow it to take.
Yes, that is exactly what it has to be done. See, you want, you have some chunks of data lying in your desktop or your laptops, but you have to show that to your Power BI stating that, hey, why don't you pick the data from this particular file, so that let's create a report with respect to that data.
So it
So
will not automatically collect everything. It will only take the data that we provide it to.
Yes, why would it do that? See, you went to any Amazon store. Okay, you wanted to purchase something. You don't purchase everything which is visible in the sheet, right? You will only go and pick the exact product which you want to purchase. Now that is always a condition for you, right? So exactly, even when we are trying to go back and create a report as well, we know which type of report we want to create and what is the data source, which is the underlying data has to be provided to the Power BI to create such a report. Now that is the main concept.
Why I asked this is because I was confused, like you told, right? It will represent the collaboration time and the idle time and the time I spent on education, or
No,
suppose the time I slept for 1 year. So all this how it will connect.
no,
That's what was bugging my mind.
yes,
So
yes, I do understand that. No, before that as well, even I said, no, in case if at all you're trying to collect all that data in a daily basis, then you connect that file to your Power BI. That's when it will show you all that reports. It's not
so
like
like
it will just do it.
if I maintain a diary, I can give it to Power BI and it will represent, or else
Uh,
no. That's it.
of course, that's it. That's correct.
Got it.
Yes. Guys, any questions? Please feel free to ask. Unmute yourself. You can talk freely. All right. Um, so I'll just share the recording of the today's recording, but tomorrow, once I get your email addresses, because that is how it's being shared. And I believe you guys were available at the same time for the tomorrow evening session as well, which is like 4 to 5 for a day two demo. And from Wednesday, we are going 100% live. All right. So please do attend your demo session for tomorrow as well. And whomsoever you have like referred or you have like spoke with who has given you the links, please talk to them directly with respect to any other queries or questions you have. And let's call it a day. And thank you so much for joining, guys. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Krishna.
you.
All right.
Thank you.